I'm Dana, and this is essentially one of my little chore videos. But the chore today is packing my shit. So for anyone that's truly new, the point of this is that I'm going to be in frame for some of it, and I'm going to get my shit done and chatter away and just talk bollocks for a bit, and then you'll have something to throw on in the background and be able to like sort of body double a little bit, get it done with me. We can try. It's meant to be a little bit of motivation, a little bit of help. It doesn't have to be. I'm always really scared that I'm going to say something that triggers someone's PDA and they're just like, I now can never do anything again because you told me to do it. But like, I'm not trying to tell anyone to do anything. It's just that I need to get my shit done, and having this set up and having to talk and like feeling like I've got someone to do it with me really makes me actually do it. So today I'm packing my wardrobe. I've got a box down here. I'm moving on Monday and today is Saturday, so I really want to have everything out and be able to take my wardrobe apart and put that downstairs, and I also want to move this downstairs, I think, but then I also don't have anything to put anything on top of. But it will also, I want to be ready, you know, like I get really nervous about not being ready in time, so I just want to avoid that completely. So let's start actually putting stuff into this fucking box. I also, see, one of the things is I really struggle with knowing what I'm going to need, you know? Like, I'm really concerned that I'm going to pack all of this here, and then tomorrow when I get dressed I'm going to be like, I don't have a single pair of pants. And I know that's not actually what's going to happen, because I'm going to keep the things out that I want to use in the next couple of days. I don't need very much because, like I say, it's Saturday and I'm moving on Monday. But it scares me and I hate it, and I also just don't really have the energy to fucking move again. My eyes really itchy. So for anyone that didn't catch the update, I am going to be moving in with winter, and it's the best option I've got. Like, not even... See, this is the thing, is I'm struggling so much to not sound like an asshole about it, because the idea of moving in with winter, fabulous. Who doesn't want to live with their best friend? We lived together in America for a whole month and we were like in each other's shit for that, because we were like in the same fucking room because we were staying in people's houses and stuff, and we survived that. It was pleasant, you know. It's not even like we survived, like I actively enjoyed being around them for that amount of time. So like the actual living with them, lovely, can't wait, it's gonna be really nice. And I also like, they've just been through a whole bunch of stuff, so I just like that I'll be there to help them out and make sure nothing's going on and like make sure they're okay, you know. The area that they live in, the house that they have, the area that I'm going to be having to live in, all of that fucking sucks. Like, all of the rest of the living situation absolutely sucks, and I'm really deeply dreading it. I've hurt my arm. It keeps just having a little shooty pain. I don't enjoy that. But yeah, we move. And it's also one of those things where, at the end of the day, as much as I complain and everything, this is the only option I have to have somewhere to live, and I do very much appreciate that they're letting me live there and that they're happy to live with me and that I'll have like a safe, nice situation, you know? I've got to stand up for some of this, I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is put it on the bed and then pack from there. I think that'll make life easier for me. We also have a bag. Shit, I've been forgetting to talk because I'm not in frame. Shit. See, I also have a whole bunch of my like recently done washing downstairs, so like that's obviously the stuff I wear most often. I'm just going to keep that out for the moment and not worry about it and get my wardrobe taken down. That's the plan. I just really can't be bothered. I really don't want to do anything. I just want to watch my little shows, but I need to be a productive human adult. I know that I would save space by actually taking things off the hangers and folding them, but getting to a new place, opening boxes and just hanging my shit, come on. I also, if I'm going to be moving this fucking regularly, which honestly it looks like I will be, I feel like I really do need to just get some of those like hooverable bags that make things really little. I don't want this to all be whinging and moaning and complaining though. So I will say that I'm really looking forward to being able to like really focus on some projects and what I'm actually doing with my life and what I want to do. Like I find it so difficult to focus on anything when it's not the only thing I'm focusing on. So like I had those couple of, I don't think it was even a couple of months, I think it was maybe a few weeks, where I was making the my puppet tusk designs, and I was doing a lot of paper craft, and it was so fucking fun for one, and it gave me a purpose. I felt like I was doing something, I had something I was passionate about, like it was a really lovely little moment. But then within like I think it was within like 2 weeks of starting it, to be honest, maybe not even that, I found out that I was going to be moving super soon. I need to get ready for that, and I need to like be all go, and it just completely fell to the wayside. And then they've all gotten like really ruined in the move and like through staying here, and I'm just, so I am at a point where I have all these ideas, and it's especially frustrating, I think, because it's not just like, I'm not just sat here like, I have ideas, man. Like, I have active plans, you know? Like, it's not just like, oh, I'd like to do this thing. Like, I know exactly what it is I want to do and exactly how I would do it, and I know that I'm able to do it. I just don't have the living space or the mental capacity to actually do what I literally want to do. And it's one of those things that I've had so many people act like I'm just pulling out some sort of bullshit excuse, or I just can't be bothered. And it's like, no, I actively want to. I just have not been in a single living situation where my brain can fucking function, you know? Like, I don't want to make this all dark and traumaty, but I've literally not had a living situation in my life that felt safe and where I felt like I could just focus on stuff and be myself. So it is very exciting to finally be getting that. And I really can't put into words how much I love and adore winter, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to make this a whole video of like, I'm not going to be homeless thanks to my best friend. But also, I'm not going to be homeless thanks to my best friend. Sorry, I need to take this box is full. But you know, like, it's fucking weird sometimes being at winters and like just being around winter. Because I've done a whole great job of unpacking like my internalized ableism and figuring out how to unmask and like trying not to hate myself and just generally dealing with myself. And then there's little moments when winter talks to me or like says things to me about me kind of thing, and I'm like, oh shit, like the way that they see me is fucking stunning. Like, it's so nice and it gives me so much confidence and self-esteem. You know, it's very much just gonna be the first time in my life I'm around someone 24/7 who, like, it's the thing of like, I want to say supports me, but it doesn't feel like a big enough word, because it's not just that they're supportive, it's that like there's just a full acceptance, you know? Like, I don't ever have to worry that they're going to judge me for something or be mean about something, or like, I think especially doing a lot of creative stuff, I really value people's honesty, because like, if it's shit, I want to know it's shit, you know? Like, I don't want to be going around marketing something or like promoting something and be like, I'm so proud of this thing that I made, when it's a pile of shit. I really love that I'm going to be living with someone where I feel like they're never going to be cruel to me, they're never going to be hurtful, they're never going to like kill my fucking creative spark because they don't like my idea. But they're also not going to bullshit me and be like, oh my god babe, that's great, when it's not, you know? Because one of the really big things that I think I'm still in a lot of ways like struggling to unpack is exactly the degree to which I like lost myself as a 16-year-old when I moved out with my first partner. Because like, moving out from my parents, they'd been very neglectful and they really like, I knew that I couldn't be myself around my parents and everything, you know? I really thought moving out with this other guy was going to finally give me that, and it was going to be amazing, it was going to be so brilliant. And especially because he was a musician, I really wanted to do music when I was younger. So I thought moving out with him, we were going to be this like fucking Fleetwood Mac creative mastermind duo. And I completely quit doing any sort of music or like wanting to do music because he made me feel like I was so bad at it and there was no point in me trying, you know? And like, I'll give, maybe that's true, but he's trying to do music and he's also not very good, so I don't think that is the case, you know? Like, I truly think that he just wanted to kill my fucking sparkle, like, not to be that person, but he doesn't like me. And that's the thing, is I've consistently lived with people that I just don't feel like me, and I'm like, I don't know why any of these people agreed to live with me in the fucking first place, because they clearly don't like being around me and don't like the person I am and don't like the way that I am as a person. I don't get it. But also, whatever, like, fuck. But it's also horrifying because I really thought moving in here was going to be great and lovely and everything nice, and it's like, I can't wait to not have to be in this room anymore because this room's the place that I came closest to actually just offing myself. And it's been horrible. It's been absolutely, truly fucking horrible living here and living with the person that I'm living with. And it's just been a fucking nightmare, and I can't wait to be done with it and get out. And it's like, with my last housemate and how that went, and with living with an abusive ex before that, and living with horrible neglectful parents before that, I really thought it couldn't get any worse, and it just continuously fucking has. So like, it's one of those where as much as I'm like, I think this is gonna be really nice, I'm gonna be able to do good things for myself and really look after myself, I am incredibly nervous and very, very, like, I'm just really fucking scared, because especially like the way that I feel about winter, like, they are my ride or die, they are my best friend, they are the person that I'm going to, like, it's one of those where, like, I know that you're supposed to use, like, the terms, like, spend the rest of my life with for your romantic partner, but, like, they're my bitch, like, they're the person I'm spending my life with, they're the person I'm gonna, like, be making sure he's okay when I'm 60 or whatever, you know? And it's the thing of, like, I don't know how that situation would go badly. I can't imagine what would happen to make it go badly. But I couldn't imagine what would happen to make this situation go badly either. So clearly, I'm just Boo-Boo the fucking clown. I'm just a naive little bitch that makes the wrong decisions thinking that it's all gonna turn out great. And then it backfires in my face and all gets worse and worse. And I can't survive another round of that, to be quite honest with you. Like, fucking hell. Everything has been shit for so long. I really, really need this to be the thing that goes well and is nice. And I do think it will be. I pray that it will be. I hope that it will be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. But I've been in that position before. And it absolutely, like, kills my little heart that I now feel like I can't trust people or get excited about things. Because, like, well, I've done that before and look how that went. The upside, though, is that I was thinking that it was going to take, like, 8 to 12-ish boxes to get the clothes out of my wardrobe in, and I've got most of them so far into 2, so 1 more, maybe an extra one, and that'll be all good. So that's, I mean, I do still have the stuff that'll probably go in bags. Okay, I need to go and get another box. I am just going to be continuing with this. I don't know how long I'm going to bother filming it for. Like, I feel like I've given you the update. I don't really have that much else to talk about, because obviously my brain is just, we need to move now. I just want to have a lay down. I don't want to do this. I think this is completely off topic, but that's also definitely one of the things that bothers me when I tell people I can't do something, and they're like, oh, well, you could if you wanted to. 99% of the things that I do in my day-to-day life, I don't want to do. I just understand that I need to, so I do. Like, if I'm saying that I can't do something, it's because I can't do the thing. Okay, if I lay here for another, like, 3 minutes, I actually might not ever get back up. So I'm gonna go and get another box. I'm just gonna leave you there, hang out. I am at some point also going to need to buy more fucking tape. Every time I move, I'm like, I can't believe moving house costs this much fucking money. I don't understand how people are expected to move house. I especially don't understand how people like me are supposed to move house. Like, it's gonna cost like fucking 200 quid in the end with boxes and movers and everything. And that's after I've gotten like half of my stuff moved to a friend. Like, oh my god, that's something I can talk about actually. So there's a guy that I know that I worked with at Comic-Cons occasionally, and we chat, I like him, he's a good guy. He's a really good guy, to be fair. Like, he's helped, this is the 3rd time he's helped me move house. I barely see the man. But I worked with him for Comic-Cons, and he bought some guy to help carry stuff with the move. Like, I think they just happened to be doing something together, and he had the van, so he was like, let's go help Dana. So obviously the kind of stuff that I own is like fairly obvious. So he was like, what are these drawers? And I was like, they're my VHS drawers. And he also has a VHS collection. I'm sorry about the tape noise, it won't last long, I swear. So, like, we had, like, a good chat going back and forth in the van, and, like, just nice guy. Like, I ended up telling my housemate and Winter about him, because I was like, it's just been such a long time since I've met a man in the wild, just, like, a random guy, and been like, oh, I like you. Like, that was just a nice conversation. Like, it's just, nice person, you know, just enjoyed it. And there were, like, some nice little green flags, like, he asked about my pronouns, and likes a lot of the similar movies, and that's always a really good sign for me, because I feel like the movies that I watch often have a sort of like moral undertone. Like, it just, nothing was bad, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of times when I meet people, there is an immediate thing where I'm like, oh, you're not for me. Like, it's not, it's I was gonna say it's never, it's not usually in a bad way. It's just like, we don't have anything in common. I don't know what I'm meant to say to you. I feel very awkward. You know, it's not necessarily even like any sort of a negative thing. It's just like, there's no conversation happening. I don't know what I'm meant to say, and we're probably both going to feel a bit better once we split ways, kind of thing, is most of my social interactions. But this one I was like, kind of sad that I didn't know him, you know? I don't know if that sounds super weird. It's just some guy that showed up and helped me move some shit. But he, like, the day after, 2 days after, not too long after, pretty quickly after, he messaged me on Instagram about VHS tapes and started conversation. And I was talking to him for a bunch of last night on Instagram. And it's one of those things where I could do with some fucking friends, you know? Like, I could really do with some more friends, especially people that have similar interests to me and, like, videotapes and want to watch the types of movies I want to watch and things like that. Like, I would absolutely benefit from that. But I've had such horrible fucking experiences with men that even with everything about him saying that he's like a nice guy and I'd enjoy spending more time with him, I'm like, my first thought when I saw that he'd messaged me on Instagram was, why has he found me? You know? And it's like, because we had a really good conversation and have a lot in common. Like, I also had the thought of like, maybe I should try and find him somewhere. I enjoyed that conversation. I'd like to talk more, you know? And like, it's the thing as well of it, if he was a woman, I wouldn't have thought that. And I'm not saying that in like a gender war kind of way. I'm saying that, you know, like, it's something for me to unpack kind of way. Because if he'd been a woman, I'd have been like, oh my god, new friend, nice, I'm so glad you found me. And the fact that he's a man, through no fault of his own, I was immediately like, well, why is he looking for me? Why has he found me? What does he want? And it's like, well, probably to, you know, continue the nice chat about mutual interests. But I just... See, I haven't gone in depth with what happened with my last housemate because I was going to, and then everything started going on here. But we were best friends and everything was great, and then we had sex, and then he got a girlfriend and started to just completely ignore me. And the entire time up until the point that we'd had sex, he'd been very like, oh, it's so nice that we get to be friends, we're such good friends, everything's lovely, I love having friends. And then he very, out of the blue for me, suggested that we have sex, and I didn't know what to do, so I said yes, quite frankly. Like, I don't want to make it into a whole thing, which is why I've never made a video about it, because I think I would end up making it into a whole thing. Because, to be completely honest with you, it does kind of feel like a whole thing. Like, I was taken very, very off guard, and it's one of those things where I don't want to say that I didn't consent, because I did. I gave him, like, every sign that I was into it and I was consenting. Like, he had no reason to doubt anything. But it just... I thought we were fucking friends. I thought we were hanging out in a platonic way. And then I was literally making a coffee in my pyjamas one night and he was like, so shall we have sex then? And I just didn't know what the fuck to do. So now it's one of those things where any man that approaches me for any fucking reason, no matter how friendly he is and no matter how good of a friend I think he would make, I'm like, so you want to fuck me then? I'm going to go into this and form a friendship and form this like emotional attachment to a friend and think that everything's going really nicely and we're good friends. And then it's going to suddenly turn out that you're actually spending this time with me because you just want to fuck me. Like, that's what happened last time. And I think I especially like get shy and angry and like I'm shaking talking about this. Like, I don't like this. I don't really know why I'm going into it beyond like it's a life update and I want to talk about it, I guess. But it's like, it's really, really fucked it up for me a little bit because I spent a very long time not really being someone that people found sexually attractive, you know? And to then just, you know, I feel used, I feel lied to, it feels a bit bullshit. And it's definitely damaged my trust to the point where now I feel like, oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't want it to come across as though like I have an ego and I'm like, every man just wants to have sex with me. Because obviously that's not the case and lots of men just want friends, especially as someone who has quite like masculine interests a lot of the time. We have mutual interests, like I get it. But my trust issues are very like, oh, so I'm going to put all this work and effort in and build a friendship and think that everything's going all nicely and it's going to turn out you just want to fuck me. Like, I don't like it. It's not the way that I want to be thinking about people, you know. I want to be building relationships and forming connections with people and making friends. I think they are good things to be doing in life. But that's the thing with men, isn't it? They fucking ruin it. Like, yeah, like I think I'll be saying it for my whole life, because it's one of those things where, like, it doesn't matter how many lovely men are out there. The ones that are horrible fuck up my trust issues so bad that I'm never going to be able to fucking... I really don't feel like I'm ever going to be able to like properly connect with a man again. And I think that's part of where I'm like, I really enjoyed the conversation we were having last night, and then I just went to bed and left it and haven't answered this morning, because I am like reluctant to build any sort of connection, because it just... I don't know what kind of fucking connection these men want. And they won't be honest about it. Put that up and all, but we live. I've still got like 6 jumpers that need a box. Should I just put them in a bag? I'm gonna put them on my bed for now. Oh, I hate this. Hate it. Okay, I'm at a point where doing this video is no longer helping me, it's more of a hindrance. I think I need to put a shower in the background and hyperfocus and sort it. So I'm gonna do that, frankly. If you've been doing something along with me, I really hope that this helps. I really hope you managed to get something done. It's sort of like my ride or dies that watch these videos. Like, these videos get a lot less views than my main ones, but it's like the analytics show that it's my like returning viewers, and obviously from the comments I know that like it's you guys that are always here. So I actually would really appreciate if any of you guys had a little bit of advice on how to like navigate that situation, because it would be nice to have friends with similar interests and not immediately just be like, man equals bad. But also, all the men I've been around, that's been the case. It's been tricky, it's hard. It's just really sad that I want to be able to trust people, but I can't, because when I have, it's turned out so horribly, you know? This video has been really depressing, and I don't really know why. I hope my cheerful, light, bubbly, upbeat personality made it less depressing than it seems. You can subscribe here for more videos like this as well, some actual decent ones. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok if you'd like to. I also have Patreon and Ko-fi. It'll all be linked down below. Do what you will with it. Whoever you are and wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days, a new house, when I've moved.